Like when we be talking about money and stuff like that, I'd be like, tell me when you get rich or what get rich is. I've just spent $25 million on giving it to lawyers.
That to the point where if they don't take you for the role, there's not 3 black actresses that they can say are bigger than you that we're gonna give this to. Imagine you being at that point and have to humble yourself and say, they're not paying me, y'all.
Seems like 50 Cent and Katt Williams have embarked on a crusade to call out those in the showbiz world who are doing a number on black artists, preventing them from accruing generational wealth. Now, this ain't a matter of race, as both 50 and Katt have pointed out. Kate went as far as to say, this whole situation is about choosing between God's side and the other side. And it's pretty clear who's pulling the strings in Tinseltown. You folks are probably clued in by now that this whole debate about black artists getting shrift in their paychecks.
When I talked about R. Kelly, they canceled me for these things because why would you talk about another black dude? Race is not where the line is drawn. It's God's side and the other side. And we don't care nothing about the other side. Period.
Got reignited by none other than Taraji P Henson. She blew the lid off the situation when she almost bailed on the Oprah-backed remake of The Color Purple, frustrated by not getting the pay she felt she deserved.
And almost had to walk away from Color Purple. Yes, ma'am. Who said what? Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Because you know what? If I don't take a stand, how am I making it easy for Fantasia and Danielle and Hallie and Felicia? Then why am I doing this?
50 Cent didn't waste any time jumping into the fray, suggesting Taraji should ditch those players and join forces with his production team. Now, fans are piecing together the puzzle, recalling how 50's been on Oprah and the so-called Hollywood top dogs for a while now. He's been accusing them of sidelining black actors. It's become a whole thing, with chatter about black celebs like Oprah being in cahoots with the other side, Katt mentioned, messing with the careers of genuine black talent. The buzz on social media is back, with chatter about Oprah's supposed underhanded dealings, suggesting she didn't climb to her position by playing nice with black entertainers. This idea that Oprah's philanthropic image might be just for show has been doing the rounds on the digital streets for some time and is now picking up steam. The conversation got heated once again when Taraji P Henson let slip that she almost walked away from the Oprah-backed The Color Purple remake because they tried to lowball her. Later on, Taraji seemed to walk back her comments, saying Oprah had been nothing but a supporter. Oprah herself denied having a hand in Taraji's salary issues, asserting her support for actresses across the board. But fans aren't swallowing this narrative. This ain't the first time whispers about Oprah's tactics have surfaced. While many in the industry seem wary of publicly critiquing Oprah, 50 Cent and Katt Williams don't shy away. They've been outspoken against the so-called black Hollywood elite for quite some time, pulling no punches. Alright, diving deeper into the saga between 50 Cent and Oprah, the entire ruckus started when Oprah criticized 50 for his music, accusing him and his rap colleagues of perpetuating negativity within the culture. 50, known for his quick wit and no-nonsense approach, immediately called out what he perceived as Oprah's contradictory stance. He retorted by highlighting that Oprah, who might have once been a beacon for black women's narratives, has over the years seemingly shifted her focus towards appealing to middle-aged white women, so much so that 50, in a rather cheeky manner, suggested she's virtually become one of them. Yet 50 wasn't the sole voice raising concerns about Oprah's apparent change in direction. Ludacris encountered Oprah's controversial stance firsthand back in 2005, during a segment on The Oprah Show where he and his fellow Crash cast members were supposed to discuss the film. Oprah unexpectedly shifted the conversation to critique Luda for the explicit content in his music, particularly his use of the N-word, completely bypassing the intended discussion about the movie. This sudden pivot by Oprah seemed like a deliberate attempt to admonish Ludacris in front of her target demographic, but Ludacris was not one to be easily cowed. He responded with resilience, offering a thoughtful and direct rebuttal to her criticisms about his music.
It was it was certain comments that she had made about, I was there for Crash, for the movie. Yeah. And basically she said something about not agreeing with my music, but she thought I did great in the movie. And of course I was up there with the whole cast of Crash. And so I didn't necessarily feel like he said, you didn't agree with my music. And even if you don't agree with certain songs I made, say you don't agree with certain songs, don't say you just don't agree with all of my music.
However, the twist in the tale came when Oprah chose to omit Ludacris's cogent response from the final edit of the show, misleading her audience to believe he was left dumbfounded. Moreover, we can't overlook Dave Chappelle's notable appearance on Oprah's platform. Just a year after Ludacris's contentious interview, Dave graced Oprah's stage to clarify the reasons behind his sudden departure from a lucrative $3 million contract with Comedy Central and his unexpected sojourn to Africa.
But at a certain point, it was like, all right, this is enough.
Yeah. Colleagues were quoted as saying that you had become increasingly paranoid. Would you say you were paranoid?
Sure. First of all, what is a black man without his paranoia intact? if you get, you might win $100 in a poker game and be on the subway. You're gonna look over your shoulder. They just said in everything I had $50 million. That's like making me a marked man.
So did you go to a psychiatric hospital?
In South Africa?
Yeah.
Who? Huh? Oh, yeah, that's right. I was so...
I'm only asking because
No,
I need to ask.
I gotta get people thinking, all right, who goes from America to Africa for medical attention?
Dave aimed to enlighten the audience that the allure of such hefty financial deals is often misleading, fraught with onerous conditions and expectations. Despite his efforts to elucidate, Oprah persistently pushed the angle that Dave might be unraveling mentally. Dave further disclosed the unsettling pressure he faced from his close circle to contemplate antipsychotic medications, a candid revelation that Oprah astonishingly glossed over. Instead, she continued to insinuate that Dave was either succumbing to paranoia or undergoing a severe mental breakdown. It seemed as though Oprah was steadfast in her quest to cast Dave in the light of someone losing touch with reality, while he was genuinely endeavoring to unveil the stark, often concealed realities that lurk behind the enticing facades of contracts in the entertainment industry.
And I knew I was gonna leave, so I got ahead of schedule, and I bounced. And I didn't tell anybody where I was going. The whole time, they're trying to convince me I'm insane. They were trying to get me to take psychotic medication. I said, I'm not taking this medicine, man, because I know these people be trying to control you or maybe discredit you. I was afraid, like, you know.
But you were stressed out. That's why.
There's no question. But it's very stressful for someone to constantly walk behind you and say, you're insane.
Diving back into the narrative of 50 Cent in a candid interview with The Guardian, he revisited his long-standing feud with Oprah, once again criticizing her for attempting to depict his music as lacking depth. "I got shot 9 times and I wrote music about it," 50 said. "Everyone writes something that can connect in a big way based on a painful moment, so you're saying we're not supposed to articulate or write it the way we experienced." So when Taraji P Henson openly discussed the challenges she faced in securing equitable pay for her role in The Color Purple, 50 Cent wasn't one to remain on the sidelines. He extended his support to Taraji, indicating his willingness to collaborate with her creatively. 50 took his thoughts to Instagram, where he shared a news article about Taraji parting ways with her representation due to their lack of support, following her acclaimed success in Empire. In his caption, 50 was unequivocal. "They dropped the ball. F them, Taraji. I'm ready to work. Let's get it." GLG, Greenlight Gang, G-Unit Film and TV. This move showcased that 50 Cent is not just about vocal support. He's about taking concrete steps. And this isn't the first instance where he's stood by someone who felt they were wronged by Oprah. When Monique voiced her allegations against Oprah and Tyler Perry for sidelining her over her refusal to partake in unpaid promotional activities, 50 Cent didn't shy away from broaching the topic with Tyler Perry. However, the plot thickened when, according to 50, Tyler Perry resorted to an "I didn't know" stance, seemingly oblivious to Monique's professional plight. But 50 Cent's advocacy didn't end with just words. He took tangible action by offering Monique a role in the second season of Black Mafia Family, BMF, a drama series produced by his own G-Unit Films and Television. 50 Cent's approach underscores a commitment to not just speak up, but to also pave the way for meaningful opportunities, effectively letting his actions amplify his support. On another note, Katt Williams also shared his perspective on the Taraji and The Color Purple situation during his stint on Shannon Sharpe's podcast, outright calling it the saddest thing ever. Katt's commentary was in response to Taraji's candid revelations about the subpar treatment she endured on set, adding another layer of discourse to the ongoing conversation.
It was the saddest thing ever, because imagine Imagine being in your genre, in your sub-niche, whatever it is. Imagine being in your lane. Imagine being one of the very top of your lane. That to the point where if they don't take you for the role, there's not 3 black actresses that they can say are bigger than you that we're gonna give this to. Imagine you being at that point and have to humble yourself and say, they're not paying me, y'all. And they not making my pay go up because I'm doing better or nothing. It don't matter to them that I'm famous and people know me or nothing. They want to pay me exactly what they paying the new girl. And I've been suffering under it for a decade now and just taking it. I just been getting whooped. But I just gotta come say, this is wrong. We should be ashamed.
Katt Williams has brought to light an essential truth, highlighting that the dilemma we're observing isn't confined to the Hollywood Hills. It's a vast and complex issue that touches individuals from every corner of society, not just those who command million-dollar salaries. This revelation serves as a stark reminder that the fight for just treatment and equity extends far beyond the glitzy and glamorous confines of the entertainment industry, pointing to a pervasive societal challenge that demands recognition and action across all facets of life. The groundswell of support for 50 Cent and Katt Williams is growing, with fans across the board lauding their courage for pulling back the curtain on the less visible, often uncomfortable truths of the entertainment sector. These fans argue that the essence of the problem is far more profound than a simple dichotomy of black versus white, suggesting that the roots run much deeper into the very fabric of societal norms and values. In resonance with Katt's perspective, the conflict, as he frames it, is a choice between standing on the side of righteousness or veering towards its antithesis. One ardent supporter elaborated, "We have multiple black billionaires. One of them has a lot that Marvel rents in Georgia. If they wanted to have a network to show just black entertainment, they could have. By now they don't, because one of them is a union buster and the other shortchanges black talent." Another passionate fan voiced their escalating apprehensions, stating, "It's getting scarier and scarier. I don't put anything beyond certain characters, anywho, when you plant, you shall harvest. I pray for bounty for my faves. At this point, I'm with Katt. It's either God's side or the other side, and we want nothing to do with the other side." All right, that's the rundown on 50 Cent and Katt Williams taking a stand, calling out issues that go way beyond Hollywood's shine. They're sparking a conversation about real change. What do you think? Drop a comment, hit like, share, and don't forget to subscribe. See you in the comments.